Yes, you definitely want to close that door. Oh, okay. So you can see, you only get this amount of people in here comfortably. Well, Jen, that works. Nice, sardine can works for me. Hi! Wave hi. That's the part everybody's going to see. Though here's a bloops and thunders. And you're going to put this right here by you. Go ahead and put this by you and put your headphones on and okay. Whoops. Yeah. I'm new at this. Me too? I talk a lot, but I got it. Okay, quick count. 2? I was thinking 4. Excuse me. 1, 3, 2, 4. Where are the odds? 1, 3, 2, 4. Got it. Where are the odds here? So you get all 4. 2, 4. Okay. Uno momento. Here we go. Kids in school. Or you try to escape the mic, I'll turn the volume up and catch you. Hello. Nobody's ever wanted to record me before. Except CJ. Yeah, I did. Like I said, when you called the other day, it's like, I'm leaving early, so I'll be there early.
Hello, everybody. This is Carson Rural Communities. It is 12 p.m. on a Thursday, and I am right here with CJ Giltner, and my name is Phil Woolley.
Hello, Mr. Phil. How are you today?
Well, I'm doing pretty good today. It's starting to warm up a little bit out there.
I know. It's going to be in the 70s soon, so we'll have to bring out those bell bottoms.
Oh, man.
So I have 2 guests today.
Who we got here today?
Well, I'm only going to introduce one so we can keep the conversation going properly, and then we're going to lead into our dear friend Corin. So I would like to introduce to you Nonie Higley, out in the Stagecoach in Silver Springs area, and she does so much in the community. She works with the Veterans Healing Camp. She also works with the Stagecoach Farmers Market, which is starting to gear up for spring and summer. And so I invited Nonie to come and talk to us and tell us some of the things that they're planning on doing. So hi, Nonie.
Hello, and how are you?
I'm doing very well, and thank you for coming all the way out from Stagecoach.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, great. Let's chat. So what's going on out in the Stagecoach area?
Okay, well, right now, we're starting to get things going on the garden again. We stopped last year in November due to Mother Nature coming in and kind of blowing things away. We have had last year so many donations from so many wonderful people. We got donated a greenhouse from Tibbetts over in Urington, and the party Cartwright, him and his wife, and also 18 birdie boxes, which are amazing planters.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Home Depot and Lowe's have donated numerous amounts of fencing and water pipe and PCV pipe. Summit Construction came in and dug out all our trenches for our PCV pipe because we had to run it under the road at the camp because there was no water out there. That's what we did accomplish last year. This year, I've had the Lifestyle Church from Carson City come out and bring 15 people with them, which was amazing. They brought a tractor, which was real fun to play with, because they turned over my tree line on both sides of the garden. The trees are going to be fruit trees that are donated by people in the community as a part of a memorial walk for the veterans that they'd like their veteran's name put with that tree.
Isn't that nice?
Okay, and we'll have apples and peaches and nectarines and plums, and we have a couple apple trees right now and some plums that are going to be going in. These people brought in their tractor and made it possible to where I could get a shovel in the dirt.
Isn't that nice?
The dirt was like concrete at one point. This is an old salvage yard and has taken a lot of work to get it to where it is growable again. We also have another volunteer that is helping me. We received over 10,000 seed packets from Home Depot last year.
Oh, my.
So we have enough seeds to start getting our seedlings started, and we have part of the water system or the drip system set up, and it's going to be finished within the next few weeks.
Oh, you guys have come a long way since the last time I was out there.
Oh yeah, we have been busting. Okay, and I ain't a young filly anymore, so sometimes I go home and sit under the heating pad, going, "Oh dear God, what are you doing?" Okay, but this means a lot to the community. It means a lot to me.
Now, I'm sorry, just to backtrack a little bit, can you explain a little more about the Veterans Healing Camp and
The Veterans Healing Camp is a location that veterans can come to and get food and help with medicine if they need medication. Also, we can do all their paperwork to get them started on their VA. We can also get them into a VA loan to get a house, because a lot of these guys come back and they don't know where to go. And
Oh, so it's a lot more than just gardening.
yes, it is. This is a place that I'm hoping will grow into a very helpful thing for our community in Lyon County.
Very much needed, too.
We have a lot of
Yeah.
veterans that are camping out, don't have the things they need, and they don't know where to go. And we're trying to get the word out to the county that we are there. And our veterans mean everything to us. We have quite a few. We just had a spaghetti feed Saturday, and it was awesome. We had a bagpipe player, okay, which was totally awesome with us raising the colors. It's just a happy place to be. That's part of the garden. The garden is a soul fixer. There's something about putting your hands in the
that's a good
dirt
way to
with
put it.
Mother Earth that helps the soul. Okay, and I have witnessed some guys that have come back 3 tours of duty in Iraq, and they're not sure where to go. They're not sure what to do with themselves, and you're going to lose them to either drugs or alcohol. And I have witnessed them talking with older vets and coming out of that dark place and coming to a better place. And that's what the camp is. It's coming out of that dark place and giving them some life and giving them a place to go and to let them know that they are not forgotten for their service, what they did for this country. We do not have a lot of facilities in Lyon County to help with this, and that's what the Healing Camp is hoping to grow into.
Right, yeah, there is a definite lack of resources.
Yeah, and we do work with some other agencies. The VFW has moved out of Dayton and moved up to Virginia City because they didn't have enough members. Okay, and then there's the AMVETS out of Reno that is also a subsidiary of the Veterans Healing Camp. They also help with veterans that, need places to go. It would be my dream to get emergency housing out there. Working on that as soon as the garden's finished.
It's morphing.
Yeah, I have a number of plans. I can see it all in my head. It's getting it on the ground that is the thing. And like I said, it's very near to my heart. I have seen some veterans in some really bad places. I've been told so many times about them putting a gun in their mouth and just ready to pull the trigger. Wow. And it's like, we don't want them to go there. No. We want them to know that we're there to help them.
Right, they were there for us, right?
Exactly. And they have given up so much. And that's what the camp is, okay? So
Beautiful.
The garden is kind of a soul fixer, okay? And I'm just one of the volunteers that took on the project, okay?
That's okay.
Yeah. And
we need more
Volunteer
volunteers,
soul
right?
fixer.
yeah, and I have a thing about volunteering and helping in different locations. To me, it helps the community if we have people that are out there to give of themselves to help the community. And this is a big one. This is a major. My other lifelong thing is I had tried for 3 years to get a farmer's market going out there in the Stagecoach area to benefit Stagecoach and Silver Springs. A lot of people cannot make it to different locations. They can make it out there easier. So finally got the farmer's market started. We now have the medical van that comes out there through the Healthy Communities.
Nevada Health Centers
Right.
van. Yes.
Yeah.
They're out there today, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think so.
Friday. It's Friday.
Oh,
Friday.
tomorrow
Yeah,
then.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lifeline for people out there because there are a lot of people that cannot get to these locations, and to have the things come to them that they need builds a better community. And
Yes.
them knowing that's there. That they
Bridging
can
the
come-
gaps.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And the farmers market is a community clique. Okay. Come down, talk to the people, find out
It's a
who's here.
party.
Yeah, it is.
It's a party every time you guys have it.
It's totally awesome. Okay. I love listening to the people. I love having the community ask me questions about different things because for some reason I can find out different things. And I like giving that information. A well-informed, tight community is worth its weight in gold. And if us little people who volunteer whatever we can don't bridge that gap, it doesn't come in any other way.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Right.
And the services that we have out there are fought for. Okay? They really are fought for. And a lot of the nonprofits are picking up the loose ends in the Stagecoach Silver Springs area.
That is awesome. So, right off the top of your head, let's put you on the spot. What do you need today for the projects that you're working on?
Volunteers.
Volunteers.
Especially for the Veterans Healing Camp, because like I said, I am not the young filly I used to be, and we just got 18 holes dug for the trees.
Oh, wow.
And we were going to put the trees in the ground, but Mother Nature stepped in and said, "No, you're going to wait for
Maybe
a couple
next
weeks."
week. Yeah, maybe
Okay,
next week.
so
oh,
next week we're hoping to get some trees in the ground.
Okay.
I'm hoping to get the drip system completely finished, and then I have to build some shade areas over the planter boxes so I can protect our because we have no trees out there. There's really no shade. Okay, so our more delicate produce has to be covered.
Right.
And the thing about this garden is we're growing produce to help the community and the veterans. The main idea of this is to grow the produce and get our certificates and then do the farmers market, and that money will go towards different programs for the Veterans Healing Camp.
Cool.
That's in the long run.
So, all right. So, are you willing to share your telephone number?
Yes, I have a new phone number.
Get your pins
Alrighty.
out, guys.
Okay, it is 775-9497.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
And usually I can be reached on Facebook because I do a lot of Facebook advertising constronting.
Yeah.
You're on
Okay.
Facebook as much as I am.
Yeah, we could own the company.
Let's start a new one.
April 26th, 9 to 2, we're now moving it to Saturday, will be the farmers market, our first one, at the Stagecoach Ranch and Feed.
Excellent.
We have a number of things that come up through the summer. We have barbecues. We're hoping to have a new pizza place opening up soon out there. It's a community meet, okay? The other thing is we have vendors who come out. We have so many talented people with their artwork and their crafts. And this is the only way and the only place that they can come and show their stuff.
There's some really cool stuff out there, too.
And they're amazing. Some of
Yeah.
these people are amazing.
There's always something different out there.
Yeah,
The imagination, huh?
I paint, okay, and some of these people I'm in awe of, okay. We had a lady at one of the events that was designing dragon pictures. I mean, designing it. The picture came out at you.
Wow.
It was so cool, okay. But this is what she does in her spare time, okay. But I mean, these people are amazing, and I'm hoping that the community just comes by and looks and see, asks questions and says hi and see what they've got. Okay, the first couple farmers markets are not going to have a lot of produce
yeah, the
because
first is the worst
Yeah.
because of the season,
Right.
the beginning of the season.
but we will have some farmers there with plants. We're working with the co-op out of Fallon to get some of the produce coming in. And I'll tell you what, their cantaloupe is unbelievable. Okay, the best in the world. But like I said, it's a community meet. Okay, we do things, have the 4-H people there. We have the different little kids organizations there. We have other nonprofits there. We want the nonprofits to come down and explain what they do and
Exactly.
who they are, because a lot of people that are moving to the area
Sounds like we need a KNVC booth.
I know. And don't be a secret nonprofit.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, they don't know about the animal rescues. They don't know about
Yes.
the desert pigs. They don't know about the different programs we have in the area because they don't know where to go and look. Okay. And that little farmers market gives out so much information that people are going, wow, I didn't know we had that here.
So,
Right.
so you know the reason why we have this podcast is because the only news you see or hear on the news is bad news. And you don't get to hear about the nonprofits, the community events, and we only get 30 minutes right now. I see that going up fairly soon to maybe 45 minutes. We've already talked about it, but that's why Phil and I wanted to do the podcast, to bring all this information to our community. Now, you know, on KNVC 95.1 FM, that's our radio station, you really can't hear it out in the Silver Springs
Yeah, it
stagecoach
doesn't quite
area.
make it over the hill. In
Right.
Mountain
As
House.
soon as you get to that Mound House Hill,
Yeah.
then it starts going blah, blah, blah. But you can still listen to it on knvc.org. You can listen live, or when we're done, we always record these and we put them on our Facebook page, Carson Rural Communities,
And
as
we're
well
working
as
on the audio with those.
yeah,
right
and
now.
we're working on that right now. We're doing a test even
If
as
what
we
I did
speak.
works.
Yes, and because we want you to be able to hear it, and obviously it's more important to hear than see us, and so you always see a side view of us with the window and the bright light and things like that. But you know, that's the whole reason why we wanted to do this, because no one's doing it out in our community, and we want to be the liaison, the community builder, the building blocks for our community that's actually growing, whether you like it or not. It's growing. So
And I have
yes.
to say thank you for you guys doing this, because it is so important, because we are out there. There are a number of people out there, and this is also a wonderful service for them.
Yes.
To know what's going on around them and in their community.
In fact, I wanted to let you know our very first podcast guest that we had was Nevada Health Centers. Wanted to get them out there. I saw their van one day in Dayton. I said, "Oh, I got to talk to them."
Yeah.
And brought them in.
And see, it's been 3 years to get them to come out there, okay?
Yes.
For the different things that we need, because for a while we didn't have that stuff, and I've been fighting like that. I gotta say, Justin McIntosh, he has been a
Justin.
godsend.
Yay, Justin.
Yeah. He is a world of information.
wonderful,
Okay,
yes.
and he helps us who don't know where to go to how to find what we need to know, and it really takes a lot of things and a lot of good people to get these things off the ground.
Yes, exactly. So, with that being said, I brought my friend Corin here to meet you specifically. Corin lives out in the Silver Springs area, and she does taxes,
Yes.
and she helps with the community. She loves working with people, and she and I came together quite through Facebook because I'm a notary public, and I mentor new notary publics so that they know what they're doing. And then I hope someday maybe they might decide to go just a step further and become a notary signing agent. So I was talking to Corinne one day saying, I can't be in 10 different places at one time.
Why not?
And because I'm not Wonder Woman. I'm sorry. I confess I'm not Wonder Woman. But Corinne is going to be our ambassador to the Lyon County Stagecoach Silver Springs specifically area. And I don't know if you've seen some of the videos that I've done that aren't live videos. I actually go and I talk to people on a video camera, but it's not live here on the radio station. And that's where Corinne's going to step in and help with some of those projects. Because honestly, I can't be in 6 counties at one time. I really can't. I'd love to. You remember the movie Multiplicity? Yeah, I can't do that. But
Well, technically, right now you're in a few counties at once.
I know. Technically,
and she
yes.
said it.
Technically,
That's
beam me up. I guess I don't know, but Corinne. I think this is going to be the perfect match for some of the things that Nonie does for the community. And you do things as well.
Yes.
And we do informational workshops and the pie's the sky.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And so I'm going to go with her on the first time just so that she can see what all
yeah.
I do. And then we're going to let her have the reins because she'll be a pro at that point. You know, we have bloops and blunders, equipment breaks down. And, you know, when I say equipment, it's my personal equipment. It's not the radio station's equipment. You know,
No, that's for me to break.
Right. That's for Phil to break. I'm afraid to touch the button still. Okay.
I should be.
Yes, and so that's why I thought this is the perfect time to bring you two together, meet each other, decide when you want to meet, and even do private video podcasts so that we can bring that information back to the community.
Yes. Yes.
So, and I mean, there's so much coming up now that we're almost into spring. You know, we had a teaser, a week and a half ago? Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't fair.
Oh yeah.
And
Yesterday made me mad with those temperatures, man. That
oh
was
my
terrible.
gosh.
Oh, it was
And I-
horrible.
Just walking from my back porch to my garage blow me down.
Yeah.
It's just I'm tired of that one. But anyway, so
right.
so what we have to do now
10
is
minutes.
we have some PSAs that we definitely want to do, and I'm going to start with the first one because it's this Sunday from 11 to 3. It is the Spring Craft Fair and Fundraiser hosted by the Elks Lodge in Gardnerville. And it says there's a $2 entry for 15 and older for that craft fair and fundraiser. And then let's see, we have the next one is Melinda Cash from the Foundation for Carson City Parks and Recreation will be the featured speaker at Monday's Democratic Luncheon. The Independent Foundation works to enhance the city's parks and recreational facilities. And this event is going to be on April the 7th at 1 p.m. And it is sponsored by the Carson City Democratic Central Committee. And let's see, it can be either attended in person at Carson City's 7 Grill inside Max Casino or online via Zoom. And if you want to get more information about that, there's an email which is richdunn, D-U-N-N, at AOL.com. Then there is on April the 19th, the Nevada Day presents the Wild Wild West Easter egg hunt. Incidentally, I'm going to say this again on the 17th because the 17th of April is dedicated to all the Easter egg hunts. Okay? So we won't have any guest speakers that day.
Unless the Easter Bunny comes.
Yes, I hope we can get the Easter Bunny to
Well,
come.
he's probably going to be busy.
Yeah,
that
he's
day,
pretty busy right now. So let's see. This one is from 8 a.m. to noon at the Livermore Sports Complex at 1555 Livermore Lane in Carson City. It's free for kids of all ages, and the hunt kicks off at 10 a.m. If you want more information, go to nevadaday.com, and you can get more further details if you'd like that. Then, let's see, on June the 12th through the 15th is Carson Valley Days. Prehistoric adventure. Roar. It's the theme is Jurassic Valley, so get ready for carnival rides, live music, delicious food, and family fun at Lampe Park in Gardnerville. And that event, let's see, don't miss the legendary Carson Days Parade. Carson Valley Days, parade on June the 14th, starting at 9 a.m. So if you want more information about that one, you can go to their website called Carson Valley 2030 payitforward.com. Then there is a project called the Pay It Forward Project. It's a local giving organization that encourages our community to go out and make a difference right here at home, which is what I hope we're doing for our area. Volunteer in your community. Sign up on one of their pages to find local volunteer opportunities. Just go to payitforwardproject.net or Pay It Forward Project on Facebook. Anything you can do. The pie is the sky when it comes to nonprofits, because there's so many things that a nonprofit needs in order to continue running. So there's everything. So let's see. So calling all KMVC listeners, you're invited to join us for a fun and fab evening with one and only Antsy McLean of the Trail Park Troubadours in a house party right here. Solo performance to benefit our local nonprofit, volunteer-driven community radio station. That's here, right here, kmvc.org, 95.1 FM. The date is on the 18th. You can get tickets. Your tickets include snacks for all ages, beverages, and raffle ticket for some amazing prizes from great local businesses in the area. Tickets are limited to just a few dozen.
Better hop on it, guys.
That's right. So use the link on the homepage, kmvc.org. You'll see it. And go over there and get some tickets and come on over and have a blast and a half. Okay? Let's see. Here's a new PSA. This one says, Carson Animal Services Initiative invites you to the Bark, Wine, and Dine event to benefit homeless pets on April the 26th at Casino Fandango with an Italian-themed buffet, silent and live auctions, a quilt raffle, and live music by the Bitterroot Duo. Carson Animal Services Initiative is dedicated to reducing the number of homeless pets. Cassie is building shelter, building community, and helping people and pets. And if you'd like to get tickets, this one's going to be, it's a bunch of letters. So it's B as in boy, W, D as in David, 25.givesmart.com. I hope I got that one right. So that's BWD25.givesmart.com. And I have a flyer. I will find that one and put that on our page on Carson Rural Communities.
And I love this, by the way, that they're helping the homeless pets. That's something
Yes.
that's really overlooked.
Yes, exactly. So here's something for me. We moved to Dayton because it was still dark almost 20 years ago. At night, it was still dark. So on April 26th, we have Cosmos in the Desert. It's going to be at Lahontan State Park, beach number 3, and it starts at 8 o'clock. One of the things I need to tell you is don't bring your flashlights. Don't do any of that. There's some red lights that you can buy from Amazon or Target or whatever. They're little red lights to be able to see and walk in the area, because you want to keep it as dark as possible. And every time someone flashes a light, it just starts all over again. You have to wait a few minutes to wait for things to get dark, and it kind of interferes with telescopes too. So and that was one of the reasons why we moved out to the Dayton area, because at the time Rob was he had worked at MIT, and he was studying to be an astrophysicist. So he has a very, very nice telescope. And the last thing you want is all those bright lights. And so, yeah. So red light, not your standard lights. And
Go watch the stars with some kids and
yes, bring some pillows and, let's have some fun. So there we are. We've got maybe what?
You did pretty good. We got about 3 minutes left.
About 3 minutes. Well, then let me go ahead and tell you. Hopefully next week, we're going to bring our general manager, Mr. Steve Funk, over here to talk to us, to tell us what's going on. We thought we were going to be purchasing this building, this beautiful historical Adams house, but that's not going to work. So now it's going to be a move. Not sure. We have 4 options. Don't know what they are at the moment. Well, I know one of them, but I can't say because it's not concrete. What's that?
Move it to Dayton.
Yeah, we'd love to have that, but they probably don't even have any commercial space at this moment, but
Yeah, I mean, you know, we can get some coat hangers and tinfoil and make it work.
yeah, exactly.
And,
We'll make it work. Yeah.
Hook it up to the car.
Mr. Steve's going to come over and chat with us and tell us some of the things that we're doing. And again, you know, it's something, a new adventure for knvc.org.
I like adventures.
Yeah, me too. I do too.
Life is always an adventure.
Yes,
Right?
yes. You just have to bring that bottle of champagne with
That's
you.
right.
So I just wanted again to say thank you so much, and I'm so glad I was able to bring the two of you together. And this is going to be a wonderful adventure for everybody.
Well, like I said, we're trying to get it out there, okay? Because even though we're out with all the snakes and lizards, there's still people there.
Well, you know, they need us too.
I know. Well, you know, it just, I get so many people going, I got to drive to Stagecoach. It's like, I'm not asking you to drive to the end of the world.
It used to be the end of the world,
not
but
that
it's
far.
not anymore.
no.
That's the thing.
It's very easy to get there, and I'll tell you what, there are some awesome people in that
Yes.
area.
Yes. Pretty
Very
diverse group
awesome.
of people out there. So,
And
well, thank you again, and tell everyone bye-bye.
bye!
Bye now.
Right.
Bye.
So thank you guys for joining us today. You are listening to KNVC 95.1 FM, and I'm going to very awkwardly sign off now. Once again, thank you guys for listening. Trying to kill this last 30 seconds now.
All right, let me do this part and let me sign off on these.
All right, so
There's going to be someone coming
you guys
in
have a great week.
afterwards for their segment. All right, let's see.
Music.
Okay. Sounds good.